So this is my second time getting labyrinthitis. I'm currently in my first week, the second time. I got this 4 years ago, and it lasted 3 months. Still had a little bit of dizziness, very, very seldomly in the last 4 years since I recovered 100%. I went through a long process. It took me probably 6 weeks the first time I got this to actually see a legitimate doctor, a doctor that specialized in it. I saw, multiple doctors at the ER that, they didn't know what it was. It took forever to get into an ENT, and even the ENT, thought I was on drugs. And every doctor actually thinks that you're on drugs if it's a doctor that doesn't really know much about it. And believe me, after experiencing this the first time, not many doctors actually know much about it. And in fact, many people don't know about it. They think that, you look fine, you can talk fine. So they just kind of think that you're either insane or that you're on drugs or, something. They just don't understand. Anyway, so, 4 years ago, I got to see a neurologist. 3 months had passed, and he had told me I had a really severe case of labyrinthitis. And the chances, because it was so rare that I got it, the chances of having it again, it's just something, it's more of a paranoia not to worry about it. So that was great. I thought I could finally live again. Those 3 months of my life were so debilitating. I, for 2.5 months, could not get out of bed. I was stuck in the bed. In my kind of labyrinthitis, it was a lot different than what I'm hearing from other cases online. I watched a few videos of people saying, that it's just the room constantly spinning and makes them feel nauseated, or they have episodes of it. My first case, the first time I got it, it was so much worse than that. Everything was bouncing up and down. It was as though I was walking on marshmallows half the time. The walls would move in and out. I remember one time trying to, go into a grocery store, and everything on the shelf started moving so much that I remember I almost fainted. I could feel my body becoming flush. The carpet on the ground, it started moving in circles, and then, the peanut butter and the jam and everything, I don't know, all these things in the store, they started coming at me. I couldn't handle it. I remember, after that, we tried going into a breakfast place to have me sit down, maybe eat something, and I went up to use the washroom, and it had gotten so bad that my brain couldn't even comprehend where the washroom was. I ended up going into the janitorial closet where there, cleaning supplies, and I kind of just sat there crying for a moment because I couldn't regain my composure. I couldn't see anything straight. So my brain wasn't, understanding where it is that I was. Now that was a severe case, and honestly, if it wasn't for, finding people online, these two girls in the UK, they have a website, and if it wasn't for them posting their cases, how they've had a long-term labyrinthitis, I don't know if I would even made it. I was to the point where, I had enough. Doctors didn't know much. All they knew was the labyrinthitis, but, I thought that was my life. I thought that I was living in a warped reality that nobody understood, and I couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So, when finally it spontaneously disappeared 3 months after, well, I guess not spontaneously, the first day or two after 3 months into it, I remember waking up and feeling less groggy. I remember back here, the back of my head didn't hurt as much. I felt my ears felt less full. The ringing in my ear was gone. And just in my eyes didn't hurt as much. It didn't feel like I was squinching. And that drunk feeling was sort of, it decreased a lot. I didn't feel like that drunk, my eyes trying to really focus on things, and things were actually not moving to the extent that they were. It was to the point where it was manageable. I was actually able to walk outside and understand what it was I was actually seeing. And eventually, within a week, after that 3 months, life was back to normal, and I thought, oh my God, thank you. Whatever lesson this has learned, I appreciate everything that I have now. So after that, I saw the doctor again. Sorry, my new puppy. He's actually keeping me sane right now. After that, I saw the neurologist again and explained everything. And again, he told me, chances are it coming back is extremely rare. Don't let that ever worry you. Don't ever, if you ever go on a roller coaster in the near future, and you get that feeling, don't ever think that it's labyrinthitis coming back. What you went through is a very rare and uncommon case. I thought, okay, brilliant. That's it. I'll never have to go through this again. Now I travel a lot for a living. I work in advertising. I probably travel around different countries once or twice a month. It was Friday. Today is Wednesday. It was last Friday. I had woken up. I had gotten back into Toronto from a flight from New York Thursday night around midnight. I had woken up Friday morning, and I thought I was just exhausted and stressed because I had, worked 4 days non-stop, going to the shows, hotel, conference, and I woke up Friday morning and I felt drunk, and I thought, this is that familiar feeling. I was like, but I didn't drink, what is this? So I thought it was just exhaustion, played it off as exhaustion, went into the office, thought I would just take it easy, got through the day, went home, went to bed early, and I woke up, and that's when it started again, the same way it started last time, about 4 years ago. I felt even more drunk. Things started moving. My eyes can't focus on things, I can, even now, I can, it's basically the exact same steps as last time it started, and I'm not even a full week in. I actually already got in to see a neurologist today, and, it's the exact same process as it was last time. So I guess I'm making this video. I would like to see if there's anyone else that has gone through this like myself. I mean, I've watched quite a few videos now of people going through and saying, stay positive, it eventually goes away. But has there been anyone else that has gotten it twice? I don't know. I have not seen any case where they have. And at this point, I'm sitting here and I can see, my TV and my walls, and, the pictures on the walls move towards me and behind me, and I don't know, like they're sending me to an ENT, and if you've experienced it, if you've had it the second time, let me know how long it lasted. I'm curious to know if this is something that is never going to go away now, if it's kind of stuck with me, if it's something I have to learn to manage. I'll send another post in a couple of weeks when I go see the ENT. I'm hoping that, it's one of those cases where I maybe got it the second time, but it's only going to last for a few weeks or a month, or I don't know. Last time it lasted 3 months, which was really bad. But yeah, I'll post another video in a couple weeks and see where the progress is.